I'm standing in the grounds of the Grove Hotel just off the M25 in Hertfordshire. Gathering here this afternoon are some of the most important and powerful people from politics, business and international relations. Christine Lagarde's here, George Osborne, David Petraeus, the former general, Timothy Geithner from the US Treasury. They're here for 3 days to talk and debate and reflect in complete privacy about the internet and Africa and the fate of Europe and medical technology. That's what they say. Some of the people here say they're up to something a little bit more sinister.
It is definitely a group of powerful people in there trying to combine their influence to basically engage in insider trading, weapons deals, you name it, it goes on in there. The answer to their 1984 society is 1776 worldwide. The idea of people demanding their liberty, their freedom, and not having a bunch of special interest fat cats feeding on them. And their tyranny is going down. 1776 worldwide! Yeah!
In the Bilderberg meeting over there, basically they're discussing more economic and I would say probably military plans for how money, resources, wealth and things can be annexed, redistributed in an upward direction.
Every time a delegate arrives in their limousine, a great shout goes up from the crowd. Murderers! Criminals!
Why have you got dark windows?
Here we're just by the main gates. We're about a quarter of a mile from where the meeting is taking place, and between us there's a barrier, there's security guards, there's a canal, and you've got to go up the hill, and there's this high fence pinned by concrete blocks with spotlights at the top of it. It's fair to say no one from here is going to get in there without permission.
9/11 must be an inside job because we're told that the Newtonian laws of physics were suspended on that day. Buildings cannot collapse in that way without controlled demolition.
And Bilderberg had a role in that?
Certainly some of the players there must have done to cover it up, because the key with these crimes is the cover-up.
I spoke to some former leaders of the Bilderberg, Lord Carrington, the former Foreign Secretary, Lord Healey, the former Chancellor. They say it was incredibly useful, precisely because it was secret. It allowed them to float big ideas away from the scrutiny of the press and officials to say what they really thought, such as the reunification of Germany. Wasn't that a good thing?
It may be a good idea, it may well be a good idea, but it's profoundly undemocratic if such ideas are floated, agreed on and decided by a small number of bankers and politicians behind closed doors.
This is Gerard Batten. He's the UKIP MEP for London. He's here because he's concerned about the role of the European Union in the Bilderberg Group.
Well, I'm concerned about lots of things, but one of the things on the agenda is Europe and politics, and I'm sure that what they're going to be talking about is the European Union. From the British contingent, you've got Kenneth Clarke, who's a Europhile, you've got Peter Mandelson, who's a Europhile, George Osborne, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, and Ed Balls, the Shadow Chancellor of the Exchequer. Now, if all of those four people had a cup of tea in the tea room of the House of Commons, it would be a major story. What are they talking about? But they're here in this highly secretive meeting, and this is the first time in 59 years that the media have turned up in big numbers to actually ask the questions about what's going on. And I think that's a major breakthrough and to be applauded.
Judd and Phyllis, why are you here today?
Well, we're basically superheroes, and we've come to fight evil. We heard there was a meeting of evil gangsters and mafia bosses.
I'll bite their heads off.
And we thought we'd come and fight them. I'd just like to say that the CEO Santander Bank is in there. He's just taken 25 quid out of my bank account, right? 25 quid out of my bank account for going over £1.50. Give me back my money!